Hey everybody, WILDMAN here, and on today's episode, per the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a pretty decent workout in the gym without doing it in giant set format, as you've seen me do in most of my videos. So for today's strength portion, I'm just going to be doing the axle back squat. So that bar is thicker in diameter and it doesn't bend like a normal barbell does. And it weighs about 15 pounds less than a normal barbell. I'm also going to be adding these heavy duty chains in there. And that's going to be a total amount of 50 pounds total because I added a little extra weight to the chains as well. Just make sure that it's an even number as I'm going up. So the idea of the chains here is there's a bulk of it on the bar that never goes into the ground, but you can see a good portion of that chain does dip into the ground, which makes it a lot lighter at the bottom of the lift. So this is making it a lot easier for me to get out of that hole and to practice good form and to move quickly through the middle. These are great drills to do, and I typically do it with a barbell. I think this is the first time in history that I'm actually doing this on an axle bar. I was going through my notes on this day to see if I've ever done an axle back squat with chains, and the answer is no. I have done it with the axle bar before, and I'm really not a big fan of doing back squats with the axle, mainly because since a barbell bends, I'm able to kind of get into a better low bar back position when it's a barbell. With an axle bar, it's very thick and there's no knurling on the bar, so that means it doesn't really stick to my back very well. So as I'm getting it on and off the rack, I have to find that sweet spot like I do for the back squat, and I was kind of finding that I kind of needed to be a little bit more upright than I'm used to. But I actually found this to be beneficial because I was flying through this and all of these squats were feeling very light. So at least that was going in my favor. And my plan was to just do 3 reps until 3 reps got tough. And I was just gonna add the 45-pound plates, do 3, add a quarter, do 3, take off the quarter, add a 45-pound plate, and just keep going up in that manner. So this is actually my second to my top set. And I thought this was gonna be my top set actually, because I didn't really know how this was gonna feel. I didn't know if that bar was gonna be rolling off my back, if it wasn't gonna stick to my back, if it was going to feel different, and if I wasn't going to be able to accommodate the chains. But this moved so efficiently well, and it didn't really feel that heavy. I must have found that sweet spot with the bar, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to do that or not. Because sometimes if the bar placement is wrong on your back, and this is thicker, so it's going to probably throw off that placement, then it could really throw off your whole entire lift, and it could feel really heavy comparative to a barbell. So this is actually my top set. So I've got 350 on the bar, plus a majority of those chains, which was about 400 pounds in total weight. And I'm probably losing about 10 or 20 pounds at the very, very bottom. So I'm actually lifting 380 for 3 reps at the bottom and then 400 pounds at the top. So the last one moved kind of slow. I did think about going up for 1 more rep, but I decided not to do it. And to actually max out on one of my favorite variation lifts, which is the leg press machine. I love doing this on my leg day. And the idea was I was doing 4 sets and I was just going to do a 10 rep max. And I already kind of knew what that number was going to be, which was going to be this one right here, 4 plates. And all that accumulative work with the axle chain back squat and the leg press machine, I got a really good pump in my legs. And just to finish off the legs, I did a very light weight for my assistance, and I just did leg extensions on the machine just to get that pump in. And then I did some flutter kicks to finish off my core that I worked and my legs as well, because that burns out my legs. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody stopping by, and I hope that you learned something new. I'll see you next time. Thanks.